Your daughter's in jail where they sodded the weld until it's starting to melt and her father derails. She's nothing but a baby, needs coddle than hell. Softer than nails, but it's harder than bell. She salted the stale until it started to fail. The heat resonated in the water that fell. Got her to swallow a bottle's Klonopin pills. It's just a drop in the well, but it's hotter than hell. Probably should have never thought of robbing the wealth. Nothing sadder than a sobbing mother locked in the cell. Molly Gonzalez was a model as well, and the story that follows is an oddity tale.
Good Evelyn, your name rhymes with so many good things I just can't deny. It's a Silicon, try the benevolent, tar and silicon, run the Sullivan size intelligence, tiny to know that I'm a villainous, fighting celibate, lying with a mannequin. I inherit my life is imminent, timeless, intricate, vibrant mission which I am simmering, tried and innocent. I can sin again and lie to the feminists. Stop it, then again, I make friends with them, smile and sit with them, beguile and listen with silent interest. I take time on my sickness. I find the sentiment quite the impediment. I like the second best, so the second randy in the back with the renegades, masters of syndicates, acting legitimate, but they're all waiting for their path in the bitterness. Acidic licorice, the pastor is schizophrenic. Now turn to the chapter Leviticus. Never drink blood or laugh at your enemies. Tell me something dirty, darling, that is the remedy. Whisper in my ear while I flash at the mimicry. Bite me in the throat while you dance and Evelyn the passive by the scandalous princess and city princess white.
So do you have an album out? Do you have stuff people can buy or purchase or?
Yes, and it's also free. I have one album certainly out called The Vicious Cycle 2. There's also a Vicious Cycle 1. It's not very good. There's something called the Robot Orphanage, and that never made it out of my bedroom. Right now I'm working on an album called Profound Agony, and that would be my next release. A big project right now.
I think you really got a good thing going on. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but I think the combination of the originality of what you're doing and your look and the way you present it, and I just think you got a real good chance at going somewhere with this. You know, good job figuring that out.
That means a lot, folks.
I mean, I don't know if I know anything, but from what I've seen in my 40-odd years, where else have you played?
I've played in Los Angeles, San Diego, New Orleans, Austin, Houston, Knoxville, Tennessee, El Paso, Texas. I've made the effort to get around and do the DIY touring thing. That's been a big part of what I do. And I'm going to Florida soon. Planning to go to Florida.
So you have no actual, like, you wouldn't call this your home, Ohio. What do you call home? What's home?
Earth.
Oh, there you go.
I could, Mars 1 is going on now. That's in 2025. So even that barrier is being broken down. Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. You're never gonna believe this. He's back. Galkin. I know I should call the cops. But the thing is he's just so cute.
I'm addicted to watching the TV show Forensic Files on HLN. Yeah, it's already hilarious, right? So I love watching it, and there was one forensic file, a real murder case, where one of the suspects got off because his alibi was that he was at a Janani concert. Which I think is awesome, because that means there was a guy in an interrogation room sitting thinking to himself, alright, do I get the murder charge or admit I was at a Janani concert? Alright, admit I'm at a Janani concert, right? Yep. So, I was having a conversation with a recovering crack addict, because that's what happens when you go to college and still choose to do comedy, you know? So I was talking to her after a show, and we're talking for about 5 minutes, and then she says to me, "Oh, you so cute. I want to bang you." I was like, given the fact that you told me you used to do that very act for $10 on a number of occasions, I'm going to go ahead and pass on this complimentary offer. But then that made me question myself, you know? Like, if a recovering crack addict finds me attractive, then what does somebody who has never done drugs at all think of me? Like, oh, Sumuhk? Wow. This is 6. If you had years of crack use, he's a knockout.
Like, what was your first time doing comedy like? How did you get yourself up there?
Well, the first time was at Scarlet and Gray, so really close by to here. You have a few beers. You write out 5 minutes in advance, and you just get up and do it. And it's like, I got a few laughs from people in the crowd, and that was enough to be like, alright, I kind of want to keep doing this. And yeah, it's just about continuing to like get up on stages and keep practicing. It's like anything else. It's like a sport. It's like music. It's like anything else. If you keep practicing and practicing, that's the only way you're going to get better at it. And you're going to keep refining yourself and keep getting better. Keep getting to a point of what you want to be as a performer too.
I can't remember which comedian. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I think it was Patton Oswalt, maybe. He was talking about how he would go to he would go to sleep still for so many years, just like, this is fucking, like, when he would have a bad night, it was just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, man? Like, what the fuck is this shit? And
I mean, I felt that here 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
It's good research. How long have you been playing?
About 2 years now. I started with the ukulele. The ukulele is a gateway drug.
David, come on in here. He's my sidekick. He's my handsome little sidekick for tonight. My sweet little David. Yeah. Where the fuck is Kyle? We need some drummies. Kyle, get in here. Sorry, we have to read.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone, we just, we're thrown off.
High population.
Yeah, these guys want to get in close to you. Now we've got the bus. Okay, back to you. I've always wondered this, and I'm going to just ask you this question. When you're performing, like, do you get a sexual turn on from turning other people on sexually, or are you just on another level? Like, is it not registering?
What's a sexual turn on?
I mean, does it feel good physically for you to perform and make other people feel sexually? Does this make any sense?
Absolutely. No, usually I'm thinking about what I'll be eating after the show.
Your head's somewhere else. I always wondered about that. Yeah. David?
Do you get a sexual turn on from what you're going to be eating after the show?
Well, yes.
Because I often do. A big part of my performance.
Most things that I eat, yes.
What are you going to eat tonight when you get home?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Man, damn it. We'll never get all the answers. Speaking of eating, you didn't shy away from my human flesh question, which I asked you back there. I asked you, I said, would you eat human flesh? And you didn't even blink an eye. I was going to like offer a monetary amount. But you would eat human flesh, not even think twice about it.
Yes. I think I might think a few times about it.
Right.
It really depends on the situation. I mean, I think that there's a lot of spiritual enlightenment to happen from eating human flesh. So
and it depends on who it is.
I would be willing to do that.
It depends on who it is, maybe, too?
Oh, absolutely. And if they died of natural causes, fair game, I think.
All right.
Is that the one time that race does in fact matter?
What are you trying to say there, friend?
Huh? Now, do you have a preference? Like, if you had to pick, let's say they all died of natural causes. All right, so this whole room, let's say it was more diverse and not just white people. Is it just white people for real? Is that what's going on right now?
We got a lot of white
people. No, there's a couple.
here.
I remember there's a couple. Anyway, so, let's say it was much more diverse and they all died. Where would you start?
I think I would
go... Or would you smorgasbord it, which is kind of greedy because then they would all spoil at the same time.
I mean, the best meat, you gotta have some tender flesh. I would go for the tenderest of the fleshiest.
Sure. Yeah.
Colorblind, completely colorblind when it comes to eating human flesh.
All right.
You can quote me on that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great tagline for this.
Terra Divine is
I'm colorblind when it comes to eating human flesh. You're going to Greece. Great segue. Right?
I am going to Greece.
Nice. How does that work out? How do you get to go to Greece?
I'm going to get on an aeroplane. They're large metal objects that fly through the sky. I will get onto one of those that will be heading to Moscow actually first. And then I will get on another one, and that flight will take me from Moscow to Athens, Greece.
Are you coming back?
That's a great question.
Oh, you might not, huh?
I might not.
Wow. So this may be the last time.
I mean, I have a few more months until that happens, but yeah. Those are very blue seas that I see in the pictures, and very white, rocky bluffs that I would like to live on. So.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Ladies, are you tired of missing out on extreme activities for a whole week out of every month? We'll turn that frown upside down with Pad Pon. It's the extreme feminine hygiene product. Rigorous scientific analysis provides proof. Results not typical. No matter where you go, Pad Pon stops the flow. Hey, got a deuce but you don't want to? Now introducing Pad Pon Deuce. Now with 99.9% less anal leakage. And if you call in the next 60 seconds, you'll receive a complimentary applicator. A $99 value absolutely free. So what are you waiting for? Call now. 1-800-4-PADPON. That's 1-800-4-PADPON.
With purchase of $99 or more, PadPon is not available in stores. No substitute exchanges or refunds. PadPon is a trademark of Extreme Hygiene. PadPon is not responsible for lost time, injury, or death. PadPon is eco-friendly and machine dishwasher safe.
How did you pick the particular genre of music you guys do?
Chris, we're both deviants. We love music from before our time.
Yeah, because we come to realize that the time we grew up in was pretty much bollocks. And something really, really, really good happened before we came along, and we thought we'd explore that.
Nice.
And check it out, and finds out we like it. So that's what we do.
What are some of your favorite bands?
Chris, I know you're a big Everly Brothers fan. And believe it or not, I discovered rockabilly through the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
First and foremost, a Beatles fan, but for me, it was a backward journey. I know a lot of people, they discover the Beatles, and they followed them as they became more sophisticated. And the Beatles, as they became more sophisticated, lead these fans to things like prog rock, classical music. For me, it was the Beatles took me backwards to rockabilly, blues, hillbilly.
Yeah. I just recently watched the Beatles anthology with my girlfriend. We do this thing we call it time traveling, and we get really drunk and we just watch whatever we can find. And the anthology is great because I can't believe how great their vocals were on stage live. Like they did nowhere, man. It was just like fucking spot on. Like I just don't, people nowadays would need a. See you later, buddy. I love you. People nowadays would fucking need all the pitch fucking shifting shit, and yeah, they didn't need it.
Well, consider this, back in the day, stage monitors were not standard. Stage monitors really didn't become a standard till the Grateful Dead introduced them around '69.
Yeah. So, never mind then. Okay, everybody, Jimmy Razor and the Exceptions. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are great.